Hi, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching, and today, with the help of Academy Sports Coach, I want to talk to you about some drills that we can use in a session for goalkeepers. I don't know about you, I'd never played goalkeeper. I had one practice where I jumped in for a few minutes and said, "Hey, I think this is pretty easy," and realized I was pretty wrong. Pretty high conditioning effort, and it's a lot of technical work that you really I was not ready for. So I had ever since that moment, I have a really great appreciation for goalkeepers, but I really don't have a ton of experience with them and don't really know a lot of drills. A lot of times early on in my career, it was goalies, two goalies, you guys work together, the drills you need to run, and they were kind of separate. More often, I like to have my goalies involved in the session as much as possible, but it's always helpful to have some individual skill work for your goalkeepers. And for this, I have a really great tool here. I have a book we have available on the website that I'll put in the comments section so you can check that out. It's called Goalie Wars Extras, the goalkeeper training in a competitive environment by Tony England. And I think it's a really great, just handy book. If you are ever have to go with your goalies at any point, it's a great cheat sheet if you don't have anything kind of set. But I think also if you are a goalkeeper trainer, there's a lot of little things in there you can pick up. So what we have here is set up, you might have one goalkeeper, you might have 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be. But I've set up just kind of a technical activation here. We've warmed up, and we're going to go through the different stances, and we're going to make it competitive. So even we'll work on some bounding and some balance exercises within this. But I've got some cones set up here. They should be equal. All right, so you're going to create a competitive environment where they're going to race through. You're not going to put points on this or anything like that because you're really going to want to focus on the technical work. But having that goalie side by side, they are going to challenge each other. So it's not going to just be going through the motions. There is that competitive element to it, but that's not going to be your total focus. It's going to be working on technique. So you may start with something like it's going to go 1 foot between each cone. Then it'll go 2 foot sprints between each cone. So between each cone, 2 feet should be landing. Maybe we'll do side shuffles. Maybe we'll do some 1 foot jumps here. Just kind of after you've done your normal warm up. Some technical activation for a lot of the skill sets you're going to try to want to bring into your session. So if you really are focusing heavily on deflecting corners and defending, set pieces, maybe we're doing a little bit more bounding, maybe we're doing a little more diving here, things like that. You can really kind of customize it to what you're looking for in that technical activation piece. So then we would move on here. We can get rid of these cones. And with our goalies, we're going to have just kind of a grid here. 2 cones side by side. We'll have our goalie here. We'll bring a coach in now. And you can start with just this. You're having the coach stand here, goalie between 2 cones. Goalie side shuffle touch this cone, side shuffle touch this cone, get right back to the middle. And the coach can fire a shot. The coach can throw a volley. The coach can throw something in the air. So the goalkeeper has to get up on 1 foot and retrieve the ball at the highest point. A number of different options there. So whatever technical aspect we're working on, we're getting high reps. You're not doing it in terms of you're having a lot of different movements, stuff like that, but you are getting high reps for different catches and body positioning for these different shots. So we can even improve this a little bit if we have multiple players, and we can have them back to back. And we have our coaches here with the ball each. And then what we do is maybe this coach is doing balls often in the air for catching at the highest point. This coach is going low shots for diving, okay, and they're going at the same time for about 15 seconds. And then these players rotate. So this player goes over here, this player would come over here, and then they would switch. And they don't really know what's going on, right? They've been focused on their drill, As soon as they switch, it's a different shot. So you're getting a couple reps, whatever shot is, but you're getting that element of you don't know where the shot's coming from. It's going to change every single time. And you're rotating and rotating and rotating within that. So this is a very simple drill. It's, this isn't one of those where it's, here's 10, 15 cones, and this is a master class of coaching. This is just something simple that you can activate players' hands, warm up technique, teaching technique for younger players, refining technique for older players. It's a great way to kind of work your way into the session, especially with goalkeepers. The next aspect we would add is I really like this concept of adjusting to the shot, adjusting to where the ball is, and getting up after making a save. So we'll bring these guys over here. These just don't really help us. So these guys here. We'll set up a number of balls in a line here. So you can have as many as you want, depending on the level of fitness, the age of the player, and a cone here. And what the goalie is doing is they are defending this cone. let me get a image here. There we go. So what happens is player number 1 over here gets the ball, all right, and they are going to shoot it at the goalkeeper, hopefully trying to make them dive to one side. The concept is they're going to try to hit this red cone. So the goalie has to stay here and defend the cone. The goalie dives and is able to save it, right? Deflects the ball, goes away. They immediately then need to recover because this player is going to run up and they are going to take a shot at the red cone, low and hard, trying to make this player dive and swerve to get to the ball. As they dive, this player then goes back to this ball and the same thing. And you kind of go back and forth. And it's a circuit here where you're getting high reps. I would go very, very, very fast with these and then give the players long breaks to create a more accurate and realistic experience, because obviously your goalie is going to have high moments of activity and then lots of moments of just kind of maneuvering and speaking and positioning and things like that. So you really want to activate that realistic situation where it's high intensity, deflection, get up, recover, deflection, recover, break, and rest. You might have the other player go in between this. You might have them go rapid fire and then have a longer break in between where you break down technical points. But I'd like that concept of, trying to make it as realistic as possible. So where we move from here is we'd have a couple coaches or players. We put the balls in the net here. We'll get rid of this guy. Bring him over here. He can start with the ball. Put a couple balls in the net for this guy to help out. And we'll have about 4 different players. It could be more, it could be less, depending on what you've got, what's available. We'll have 4 different players set up around the 18, or if you got, in this session, we're thinking maybe it's just a little box grid here. Maybe you have an 18, but something along those lines. And what the goalie does is they'll take the ball and they will throw it out here to this player, let's say. And this player, I want that one. This player will then dribble into the goal, and their job is to engage the keeper. Now you're talking to coaches, or maybe you're having just some players help out here. What you're not trying to do is take a shot from here and just keep blasting the ball back at the goalkeeper. We're trying to simulate a breakaway here, where the goalkeeper then needs to come out and get their body position, stay big. We can talk about body positioning here, talk about technique of closing down angles and things like that. And the goalkeeper needs to block this shot from this dribbler, get a 1v1. Once the player is within range, they're going to try to fire a shot, and the goalkeeper will have a reactionary save. The goalkeeper then runs back to the goal and then throws out another ball. Another option here could be something along the lines of where if the ball pops out, let's say this guy dribbles in, goalkeeper comes out, the ball pops out over here. This player then can dribble and commence the breakaway 1v1. And the idea behind that is, okay, he's positioned, he made a save. He has to then immediately recover and go pick up this player that's now breaking down, breakaway away at him again. So getting creative there. You can play it live. You can stop it every single set. Kind of an option up to you, depending on what you're trying to work your goalkeeper at, how intense you're trying to make the workout. And then finally, what we do is we would have a line here of our players. Okay. And again, player's going to throw the ball out to the first player. Player's going to engage. And this time we're looking for a shot. Oh, not that one again. We're looking for a shot. Okay, so the player's going to get an angle, take a shot. We're looking for a medium range shot, maybe around like the top of the 18, something along those lines, so we can get it where the goalie has to make a save. He's going to hopefully stick the catch and have the ball in possession as soon as the shot is taken. So takes a shot, lands in the goalie's hands, and then the goalie is looking to immediately distribute. Again, sorry about that, not that one. Is looking to immediately distribute to one of these pug goals to simulate distribution. A quick, hey, we made a save, quickly we can get the ball and counterattack as fast as possible. So what we have here is the goalie can just maybe play it to whichever one. The other option is then we have maybe a coach that is yelling out a number or a color that represents the goals. So as soon as they make the save, the color is called out, and that player then is immediately react and get to the side where the pug goal is and play a quick ball, get it into the pug goal from a throw or a punt to simulate that quick counterattack. Made a save, counterattack off that, get the ball forward, get it away from the box, and get it to a player's feet so we can go on the counterattack and score. So you can take these in different combinations. You can utilize these in piecemeal, whatever you need. I think this would be a pretty eclectic session where you're getting a lot of things worked on. If there's something more specific, maybe you pick and replace certain things out of this one. But I think it gives you a general idea, especially if you're not a goalkeeper trainer, but you have goalkeepers that need training. It gives you a pretty solid foundation to work with. So again, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching, Help Academy Sports Coach, and the Goalie Wars Extras book that we have available on the website that I'll also leave in the comments. I hope this session finds you well. I'm going to leave a question in the comments, just kind of how you like to integrate your goalkeepers into your sessions. So have a good day.